Hazel Mason FRPS on the travel panel. Now, is it right everyone does travel photography?
That could be partially right. Everybody could do travel photography if they wanted to, but travel within with the Royal Photographic Society is very much to a certain criteria. Travel must show a sense of a place, and in order to do that, you have to be familiar with that place. What you're wanting to do is portray that land and its people perhaps, or its landscape, but what you do is make someone feel that they are there, that they understand what you're trying to show them, what you're trying to tell them about that place. And for the most part, it requires familiarity with a place. So a number of successful panels these days are coming from close to home because someone can go back to that area, they can revisit it, they can take it different times of day, they can take it different times of night, understand the lighting, speak to the people, and build up a body of work over a gradual time. But the most important thing, I think, is knowing your subject, knowing your place, knowing the lighting conditions you're going to get in advance, and having some idea of the kind of body of work that you want to produce, because at the end of the day you're producing a body of images that are representative of that place. You want to show that place to its best in either 15 or 20 images.
So from what you're saying then, a travel panel could be, in RPS terms, people, landscape, seascape, buildings, almost anything.
Absolutely, as long as it's showing a place. So if you show a seascape and it could be anywhere, then that wouldn't necessarily constitute a travel panel. It has to mean something to your statement, which has to mean something to the theme, the subject matter that you're trying to show. It's this body of work that still has to apply to the guidelines of being specific to travel. And certain images of a seascape could be considered travel, some obviously couldn't. And if you're going to do a mixture of people and landscapes within your panel, which is possible, it will show a sense of place, they have to be still to the standards. So, you know, your landscape image or your nature image has to be of that kind of standard as well.
So, would it be possible to have 3 rows, say one showing buildings, one showing the seaside, one showing people?
I think it all depends on your statement of intent and what you're actually aiming to show. If within your statement you're saying that you do want to illustrate it by means of its people, its landscape and its seascapes, then yes, you can. So that's what I said at the beginning, that anything could just about be travel as long as it fitted within the description of a body of work.
Do you have to have expensive equipment to do a travel panel?
No. You can do any panel, I believe, on the equivalent of an iPhone. It's not about the kit that you own, it's about knowing what you are wanting to take your photographs off and being familiar with your subject, being passionate about what you're photographing, engaging with what you're doing, thinking about what you're doing, most of all enjoying it. You can't produce a body of work for a travel panel on, for example, one holiday. It can be done, but you have to be passionate about the subject. So if it's people, you want to speak to those people, you want to engage with them, you want their understanding, you don't want to just snap their photographs and grab a shot, you want to spend that time.
How much higher than an L is an A?
There's quite a jump to an A from an L. L, we're looking at the technique and the technical abilities, and as long as they're sound, you'll achieve a licentiate. For associateship, those technicalities have to be there, obviously, but you're producing a body of work, so you're producing a series of images that are working towards your statement of intent. And so it's a different way of assessing a panel. You have to show the variety within it in a different type of way. There has to be consistency. And you're starting to develop a style that shows you as a photographer that's interpreting that subject and has a knowledge of that subject rather than a knowledge of a variety of subjects.
What's it like for you being on the travel panel?
I enjoy it. I feel it's a great honour to have been asked to be on the travel panel, but travel photography is my passion. It's something I've always done, and it's something that I want to be able to share with other people in not only seeing the nice and the amazing work that we see from different parts of the world, from different countries, on different genres, sharing it with people who we're trying to help get to that aim. It's a great opportunity to not only learn, but to be amongst great images.
Hazel Mason, thank you very much.
Thank you.